Welcome back to Suburban Happy Hour with Anne-Marie
and Julia
and guest star Taylor,
the podcast where we make delicious cocktails
or mocktails
and talk about everything under the sun.
Because the best conversations happen at happy hour. Hi guys, welcome back to season 2. We are so excited. As you can see, we have a guest. This is Miss Taylor.
Finally.
Yes, we have the setup correct now. Like, we have the proper mics, proper equipment, and a perfect first guest. So thank you for being here, Taylor.
Thank you. Oh my God. Okay.
A little bit about Taylor. We know her from high school. I met you in high school.
Yeah.
When did you meet Anne-Marie?
I think high school.
Yeah.
There was actually I don't know how this came to be when I was in junior high. I went to Anne-Marie's house to get ready for...
Wait, was that junior high?
Yeah, I think it was junior high.
What is that called? TPH?
For Septemberfest.
Oh, no. Septemberfest? Oh.
And I don't know exactly how I still always have this conversation with Shy. It's like, how did I start hanging out with
Yeah.
I don't know how I started hanging out with anybody besides you and Haley, because you guys were literally my first grade class, but everybody else, they asked, how did we meet? I don't fucking know.
I don't know. We just
I don't remember.
met and started hanging out one day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys go way
I
back
do remember
then.
those pictures, but I didn't know what it was, what year it was from.
I was in 8th grade. You might have been a freshman, but I was in 8th grade.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's so weird.
Makes
I
sense.
remember those pictures. That was like the most random group.
I don't know.
Either way,
And
I
there
was
was a
not
good,
invited
like,
to
20
that.
bucks.
Yeah.
I was fucking
It was
unpopular
literally
at the
only
time.
like me out of our friend group now, plus Taylor
really?
and Natalie. Or like, was Nicole there?
Nicole was there.
I don't even know.
Nicole
So
was
weird.
there, and I think Nikki was there.
Oh yeah, that's how it was.
Yes.
It was because of Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
I definitely was not there, but that's okay. And then, I mean, that's all really, you'll get to know her as we talk to Taylor. So Taylor's a star, and we're excited she's here. For our drinks, we have a limoncello. For this season, the guests get to pick the drinks, so we're a little bit more on top of it. I apologize. Anne-Marie just said I make bad drinks. So this season will be all good drinks. Limoncello spritz, and it's actually very good.
It's so good. I wanted lemon because I like sour, anything super sour. So my mouth is blue right now because I tried the sour gushers
From Mama V's.
Yeah, from
They're
Mama
so
V's.
good.
Shout out, they're so good. But yeah, they're sour. So the lemons, I honestly eat raw lemons. So
It's
this
so
is perfect.
crazy.
No, she actually
watching her
does.
just like
at the apartment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we all used to be roommates too back
That's
in college.
right.
So yeah, this bitch would literally eat raw lemons, the whole thing. You wouldn't eat the peel though.
Yeah,
no, she
sometimes.
does. I remember watching her
With a
one
little bit of
time.
salt.
That's crazy.
I'm like, how does that even That's probably why you have stomach
Yeah,
issues.
probably, honestly.
fucking that's not good. But yeah, you would do that. I remember that. Do you still do that?
Yeah, I had one yesterday.
Oh my
And
god.
if I run out of lemons, I'll get a lime.
Okay, I can justify the lemon, but a lime is
Limes are kind of bitter.
So I
Yeah.
prefer a lemon.
Yeah.
Okay, but
If
when
I
you're
don't-
really craving something.
if I don't
Yeah.
have a lemon and I
Push
only
comes to
have
shove.
a lime, well, fuck it, I'm gonna eat a lime.
All right, the whole thing. Wait, did you guys see the video of Northwest eating an onion like an apple?
Yes.
That's fucking
She-
disgusting.
Kim's
She's
just there and
fucking
she's
wild.
It really is unhinged.
She is her father's daughter.
Yes.
100%.
That's
Like
the
a-
child I would love to have a child like that because they will put me in my place, but at the same time she does not
Did
care.
you see her in The Lion King? I thought that was fake.
I
Wait,
thought
what?
it was too. I don't know.
What are you
Like
talking
what?
about?
She was like Simba or something in The Lion King.
I also saw a video that Kim Kardashian was transgender.
Oh my god, the shit you
I
see
saw that
on
too.
fucking
And I watched the whole video knowing damn well she's not.
I literally was on a Reddit hole too, reading. I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
There's literally no way.
Yeah.
What the
It was
fuck? I did
like
not see that.
Somebody
Yeah.
cut or AI'd part of an interview with her and she was saying oh, I'm gonna be transgender, blah blah
I've
blah.
been wanting to do this for so long.
Oh my god,
and
people
I'm
are
like,
fucking wild.
damn, that family, something's in the fucking water.
Ooh. Jesus Christ, I did not
my
see that. I
gosh.
only keep up with Kylie. Kylie's I love Kylie to death.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only person I really get info on.
I mean, I don't actively look for information on the Kardashians. It just pops up on my
Yeah.
For You page.
I do follow them though, on Instagram.
Yeah,
and
I follow
stuff.
all of them too. I do. But okay, I guess that kind of leads right into our check-ins. Do you guys have anything?
I do, but you can go first.
Okay, so I went on a deep rabbit hole of curly hair TikTok, and there is people with my kind of hair make it look so good and not I like my hair, but like after a day or two, it's like this. It's like just gross to me. Not gross, but it's just like dry and brittle and like frizzy and like nappy. But I found this girl, and she has the same hair as me, and she does such beautiful things with her hair. So I'm very excited. I'm about to go to Target tomorrow and Ulta to go buy a whole new fucking set of things for my hair, and I'm popping off with my curls for the summer.
I have advice for you.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So I got my hair done last Friday.
Okay.
And the girl who does my hair is this very Italian Sicilian girl. Okay. And a little thing about Sicilians, Italians, whatever you want to call them, they have, a lot of them have the curly
hair,
like
right?
Coils, like literally coils. And Franco, my boyfriend, his hair is very curly and dry, like the driest hair you will ever feel in your life. Okay, you could put oil in it. And it won't penetrate the cuticle. No, really.
That bitch's hair is dry.
Yeah, it like rolls off.
Well, it just doesn't penetrate. Like for me, if I have one drop of oil, I look like a wet dog.
Yeah.
Okay? Right. So his hair, he has to use like a lot of moisturizing creams and gels or whatever it is to like make his hair moisturize. And so I was telling my hairstylist about this, and she was like, oh my gosh, I have the same type of hair. It's so dry. There's one thing, and I call it crack gel.
Okay.
And
I need
she's
that
like, it's
link.
for coily, dry hair, like super curly, dry hair. It's called, I'm probably saying it wrong, Kenure, K-E-N, maybe Kenu, K-E-N.
Either way, do you have a picture of it?
I have a picture of
send
it,
to
and
me.
I bought Franco a little travel size.
Okay.
To try it.
Okay. Let me know how he likes it, because
He didn't like it already.
Oh, but I'll take it.
She's like, I have advice for you. He didn't like it.
But she swears by, I swear he didn't use it right. He used it, I think, one time, and then he is like, I was like, how did you like it?
Yeah. He's
I was like, I got a surprise for you. He's like, I didn't actually like it. I'm like,
Oh my god.
At least you tried.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
you tried.
All right, I think it's about time to hop into the reason behind this episode.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's all right though.
Yeah.
So the reason why we brought Taylor on to begin with was to talk about self-identity, because for those of you who don't know Taylor, she is just like a huge like ray of sunshine and really just like goes on whatever she wants to do.
Like, she goes after it.
Yeah.
And,
And
like-
nothing holds her back.
Right. Yeah.
And she's just really not afraid to be her true, authentic self. And I feel like people in your 20s, sometimes it's hard to not worry about what other people think of you. And she does just like the most incredible job doing that. So we just wanted to dig a little bit deeper and see how she really got there.
Yeah. Who is Tay-Tay? And how did she become Tay-Tay?
Yes.
Okay, so we have the way it's going to be set up, I guess, for the rest of the season. Everybody's going to be asked these 3 basic questions, and after that, we'll kind of dive into wherever the conversation will take us. So our first question for Ms. Taylor here is: How are your 20s treating you so far?
Good. So overall, very good. I think that in my 20s alone, I have changed so much. Like going to be 26 in a few months. So just a little over, halfway through my 20s, I have gone through obviously graduating college, having a long relationship breakup.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Going from living on my own to living back at home.
Yeah.
Career changes, like
Yeah.
full on changes, like industry, new relationships.
You're really living it up and you're
Yeah, you really are.
making the most of it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Coronavirus.
Yeah, Corona.
On top of it all.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But you still stayed true to who you were. I feel like,
Yeah.
yes, you've changed, but like your outlook on everything like really hasn't. Like
Right.
you've still been this like, I don't even know how to explain Taylor. Like
Taylor
I
is
don't know.
yeah, you're very like who you are. Like you're very unfiltered, which is great because a lot of people like shy away from really stating what they feel.
Yeah.
Just to number one, not hurt people's feelings, but number two, mainly it's because they care what people think, and it's why the fuck do you care? Half these people you encounter in your life,
I don't give a fuck.
more than half, literally.
That's what anyone thinks.
Most people in your life you will never fucking see again. So it really
This is
doesn't matter,
true.
you know?
Exactly.
So what's something you've had to overcome in your 20s that you didn't expect?
Probably the biggest thing would be the career change. So, well, I guess I could have probably expected it, but I went into college as a finance major, and then I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to do finance. Maybe I want to do actuarial science. Then I switched my degree to pure mathematics. Did that for a while, and I was like, actuary sounds boring. So then I was like, I'm going to get a concentration in secondary ed. Mm-hmm. So I was set on that for like from June, well, most of my sophomore year, junior year, and senior year, and then taught for 2 years outside of that, and then realized, like, I love teaching, but I don't know if I want to be in the educational environment my whole life. Mm-hmm. Just with like how much I felt like I was putting in and not getting as much out of it. So then I made that switch into pharmaceutical sales, mm-hmm. and it's just like a completely...
It is very different going from teaching to that.
And like I now have so much more respect not being a teacher for teachers because I have a job and I know how... I would say majority of people in the U.S. work, like in corporate America. Mm-hmm. Okay, there are very hard workers. Like, I work hard, but it's a different type of work hard. Like, teaching is so emotionally, physically, mm-hmm. mentally, like, everything about it is draining. Whereas, like, I'm able to disassociate myself more with pharmaceutical sales rather than teaching, because with teaching like I was really,
you have to give your all, like you are literally giving your all,
the 70 hours a week with like coaching,
right.
not 70 but like 60 hours a week, no joke, with like coaching, teaching,
and then just everything you have to do
grading,
behind the scenes with
it
is just
that you're talking to.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what it's like on the other side so bad, and I'm so glad you got that opportunity.
Like if I'm done working like 4 hours into the day, I'm like, I have nothing to do. Like, I'm like
sitting there scratching your head.
I'm like, Hannah, is this okay? Because like in teaching, that's you never not have anything to do.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
Like I'm always catching up in teaching. I'm like, oh my god, I never had time to do anything. Whereas now it's like I have way more free time.
Good.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
And even just like when you used to talk about work compared to now, it's just so
like,
nice to see that you are
like,
so much happier and
mm-hmm.
that this is
when you
the
were
right space you should be in,
right.
not so much in the education world.
Mm-hmm. And then the next question that we have for you is, what's something that you are working on, leaning into, or changing right now in your life?
A few things. I would say one of the main things I'm focusing on is my career. So right now I got offered like this opportunity to work with contracting and just looking at the legality of the contracts, looking at different terminology and
that's cool.
Why you would create a contract and how failure to supply works and how like the assignment clause works.
So does that have anything to do with pharmaceutical sales, or it's completely different?
It has nothing to do necessarily with, well, it does have something to do with pharmaceuticals. It's pharmaceuticals. Still, I would want to say in pharmaceutical or medicals. It would be like, let's just say I'm Pfizer, right? I'm a big pharma company, and I have my vaccine, the COVID vaccine, right? Mm-hmm. And so I have a contract with Northwestern downtown. So the contract says that Northwestern will buy 200,000 units of the vaccine every month. So I would be the person to like go through the numbers, make sure that they're compliant, see if they're not compliant, what are the failure to like, you know.
Okay, that's kind of like with real estate. You have an attorney. So this is kind of like,
it's the legal side of it.
Would you have to get a license for that to be an attorney?
No, so you literally just, it's honestly like experience.
Oh, interesting.
But it's kind of cool. I've been doing it, and it's like, it's nice, and there's a lot of different ways that you can go with it.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
So are you doing it within the company that you're with right now, or did you? Okay, nice.
So
cool. Yep. Very cool.
I love that. Mm-hmm. And you know, switching up your career just to keep it fresh and new. I feel like
somebody that will never stick.
That's the thing. That's what I've been telling Anne-Marie. I'm like getting bored already of real estate. I've been doing it for 4 years, but I'm like lately I'm just like driving around and I'm like,
Like, what do I want to do?
What do I want to do next?
Yeah.
I would love to make this podcast like a full-time thing. I would love that. And then in addition to that, do whatever on the side.
Right.
But like, I need, like, this is like, I'm passionate about this. I just want a job where I'm like actually fucking passionate about it. Cause right now I'm just like,
it's so hard to
by.
find. It's so hard to find.
I do like mine,
It's so
but I've
fucking-
always, there are things like I would love to, this is like really kind of dumb. I would love to get I work out by myself. Or like not by myself, but I don't take classes. I've done like solid core and hot yoga and stuff like that. And so I don't do them regularly, but I would love to get a license to like be an instructor for hot yoga.
You would be
Yeah,
so good at
that
that.
would.
Something
Yeah.
like
would that be like more
being
so on the side or
yeah,
like
on the
yeah,
side, just for
like
fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just one,
Yeah.
extra income. Oh, that's always nice. And two, like one, even though I've been really freaking bad lately, I do enjoy working out.
Yeah.
And like
Right.
the teaching aspect of me and like being in front, I feel like I'm high energy, like doing stuff like that I think is like so cool. But the thing that keeps getting me like I'm not doing it is like it's like thousands. Like
Really?
$2,000
To get certified?
Yeah, like to get certified. And not all of them, but a lot of the instructors that like classes that I would want to be an instructor for, it's like so much money. And then you have to do like 200 hours of the class and stuff like that. And it's like,
Oh,
okay, well,
wow.
to pay for 200 hours of Pilates,
on top of your $2,000.
Lord Jesus, I would
Yeah.
be fucking bankrupt.
That would be really cool, though. I could definitely see you doing that.
I would
That
like
would be
to
like
do it.
a perfect
So
job
good for you. You're like
That extra-
exactly. Taylor just going out there doing it,
If
like
I had
changing careers.
extra income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
you're
might
doing it
still do
to
it.
get extra income.
I'm doing it to get extra income. Yeah, I might still do. I mean, I could
Right,
see
you
myself
should.
doing
I
I feel
it.
like you could like set some stuff aside.
Yeah.
Like just a couple dollars every month, and then eventually you'll have
Well,
enough
I
to
go to
do
the
it.
gym most days anyways after work. So like imagine, oh, instead of, because a lot of times like, you know, if you're doing, let's just say a cycle class, they're cycling with you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So it's like, okay, well,
You get
I
your
could
workout in
literally
and
do
get
my
paid.
workout
And get paid for it. Yeah, literally. But no, that's good for you how you're like not afraid to change careers like that and like trying out new things. Because I'm like thinking, what the fuck can I do next? I want to get into teaching, but you guys are like scaring me. I don't think it's, at the end of the day, I just don't think it's what I think it is. Like in my head, I have a vision, but then in actuality, I don't think it's like
There's just
what
a
I
lot
think it
more
is.
that goes into it than you would think.
Right, right.
Which, and I'm not saying
worth the money.
don't do it, but yeah, like you would have to go back for your degree.
That's the one thing. I just can't do school. Hell
Yeah.
no.
So,
I would rather,
I could,
I don't
I
even
could
know.
see myself getting my MBA.
in what though?
Just like MBAs, like Masters of Business Administration. So like,
I love the fact I did not know what that meant, but okay.
somebody
Now I
on TikTok
understand.
asked me the same thing the other day. I was like, so what do you? Oh, never mind.
Okay. Oh my
I know
god.
who asked me, but I'm not gonna say it.
we
not
could
gonna
say it
say-
off the air.
Yeah.
So now we're going to move into more questions that are a little bit more tailored towards our self-identity
Taylor to
topic.
Taylor?
Yes, tailored to Taylor. That's perfect.
That's cute.
That should be the name of our episode. Tailored to Taylor.
Taylor.
Okay, anyways, so these questions are going to get a little deeper. We're really going to get to know why Taylor is the way she is.
Okay.
So our first question is, can you share just like a pivotal moment that has really shaped your self-identity? Because you are just so blunt and so out there. Just kind of want to know how. How did you
Why?
even get there?
Okay. I think I know exactly why, and I'm like self-diagnosing myself with this, okay?
Okay.
So growing up, it was me, I have a twin sister, and then my mom. So it was literally just us three. I have a dad, but okay.
Thank
but
you.
I do have a dad. But I never like lived with him. He was always sick, stuff like that. So it's always been my mom, my sister, and I. Well, my mom had my sister and I very late in life because she had difficulty getting pregnant. So she had us very late in life. And prior to us, she was always in like business roles. Like she did logistics, and then she did accounts payable and all this kind of stuff. And then when she had Nat and I, she was like, oh my God, twins by myself. I can't afford. She doesn't have a college degree. So she's like, I can't afford supporting two kids the way that I want, making this salary. I'm going to get into the laborers union. So like road construction. So now my mom's been in it for 23 years.
That
So
is so crazy.
3 years. 23 years ago, she literally, long story short, she ended up getting this job in the laborers union, working like legit laboring, shoveling, jackhammering, frickin' driving trucks.
Wow.
Like,
I could just see your mom like on the jacket.
like literally badass shit. Like she was like, you know?
Yep.
And because one, they make, although it's a hard ass fucking job and she's literally the only female and like she's been with the same company for 21 out of the 23 years. Like that's very rare in that kind of industry, like in the union and stuff like that. And then being in a union, good insurance. That's obviously like makes such a big difference, especially with kids. So, my mom is like the definition of like the strongest female I've ever known in my entire life. And I think that even like my boyfriend or other people will be like, dude, your mom is literally the most independent fucking woman like I've ever seen.
Yep.
And so I grew up being a little more outgoing than my sister. So I felt like, okay, I'm going to like take the lead. And I see my mom is independent. My mom's like, nobody's going to do anything for you. You do what you need to do. You don't wait on anybody. So I think that it's a blessing and a curse. I think my biggest strength is also my biggest weakness because I'm so outspoken, which can really, like, I say what I think. I go after what I want, but also at the same time, it bites me in the butt because I'm impulsive. I speak my mind. It's like, okay, I need to be more sensitive to, like, what other people kind of think. But I think, like, just growing up in that environment, first generation college. So, like, for example, my mom had no fucking clue what FAFSA was.
Yeah.
My dad can't even read anymore. He used to be able to. Okay. Now I can't read. And my sister, like, literally doesn't know what 20% of 20 is. So, like, the number thing is just not her. So, like, I literally was, like, YouTubing, like, what is FAFSA? Like, how do I sign up for this? Like, I did it for myself. I did it for my sister. I did it for my mom. Because, like, your mom. So, like, I was always in charge of that. And then when we would have to do, like, essays or something, Nat would get so stressed out. And I'd be like, okay. Like, I'll write your essay for you. Like, just tell me what you need. Like, I always took on that very, like, independent mindset. Like, I will do anything. I'm not waiting for anyone kind of thing. Like I said, positive, but also there have been multiple scenarios in my life where I'm like, if I just would have listened or, like, waited and not been so hard-headed and, like, independent and let someone help me, I wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah, because I was going to say, do you feel like that experience has, like, negatively affected you in any way?
For sure.
Because you've had to take on so much and you've just felt like you've always needed to be like that person that just kind of speaks
like
her mind and is like leading.
Yeah. I think it negatively has affected me in multiple ways. With like job-wise, just being very like outspoken kind of. For example, I originally was in the Philadelphia territory and I hated it. I was like, I fucking hate Philadelphia. This sucks. I was like, I want New York. And everyone's like, well, just wait. Like, they'll, like, ask them. So I asked them and they weren't doing anything. And I was like, okay, well, like, I want it. So, like, I know this is terrible, but, like, I went above my boss's head and I went to his boss and I was like, I want New York. Because he wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And I got it.
Yeah.
He was like, why didn't you say anything? And I was like,
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did. And so, like, that's the thing where it has benefited me, but at the same time, like, I felt bad. Like, I was like, I know my boss was, like, kind of salty. Like, this bitch literally went over my head to do this. But, like, that's fine. Relationship aspect-wise, I think that's where it hurts me the most because notoriously you think of, like, the guy is the strong, independent, like, going to make the decision, which, like, my boyfriend is like that, but I'm also like that.
Yeah.
So it's like he thinks that he's gonna make, like, no, I don't need anyone's help. Like, I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah.
And I think he wants it, and I, like, that's the thing that I, like, want to work on is, like, okay, like, let someone help me. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
for example, I fucking have blown out a million tires, gotten flats and stuff like that. Frank was like, oh, I'll do it for you. Like, I'm like, no. I will do it.
Yeah.
Just tell me how to do it. Like, I don't want you touching this fucking tire. Like, I'm going to patch this tire by myself.
But you've been doing that for so long.
I've been
and
doing
like,
it
it's
so
so
long.
hard.
It's so hard. And I know, I think he does. He understands. Like, he's so understanding with, like, oh my gosh, like, he did not grow up like that at all. Like, where the female was more so of, like, work from home.
Yeah.
And, like, did more of, like, I don't know, like the traditional, female duties, whereas like my mom is me and my sister put in our fucking flooring. Like, we're the ones literally Bob the Builder and shit in the house.
Yeah.
Because, like, nobody's going to do it. Like, that's us.
Yep.
Which is, I think, where there's, like, sometimes issues in a relationship of, like, who is making the call.
Yeah.
Well, that goes into the kind of the next question, because you do have all of these outside factors, whether that be your boyfriend or friends or just people you work with. How, like, because sometimes, like, that can really rub somebody the wrong way when you're just so blunt. So how did you, like, not let that affect, like, how did you not let that change who you were?
Because I'm sure you've gotten a comment or two, like,
I mean, we've heard people say stuff about Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
and that's why you are where you are.
Yeah,
so honestly,
literally.
that's literally what I think to myself is like, okay, I get it. Like, I honestly believe that if that is something that I should work on, is like being more sensitive and like just thinking before I speak, because I have literally no fucking filter. Like, the shit that comes out of my mouth, I'm like,
Did I just say that?
Did I just say that? Like, oh my God. Like, and I don't even mean it, but like the way I say it, I just like don't think about how I'm saying it. So I just think that the reason why I haven't changed necessarily is just that, like, I know overall, like, and this is what my mom always says, like, nobody's going to do it for you. Like, if you don't do it yourself, if you're not going out there, like, you have nobody to blame for yourself. So, like, my intrinsic motivation, being, like, self-motivated, is so high to the point where it's, like, it's sometimes too high. Like, literally, I'm, like, so, like, self-motivated. But it's, like, I always just say, like, okay, like, I don't care what anyone has to think, because they're not in my position. Like, I'm the one who's trying to get to
like,
where
their
I need
opinion
to
isn't
go.
gonna
Like,
gauge
their
where you're
their opinion, like, might, like, make me feel like a certain way at that moment. But, like, if I don't do what I was originally trying to do, I might never get to that position that I wanted.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. Like, if somebody was like, oh, you really shouldn't, like, do that, or like blah 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 blah, like, well, bitch, I got the position because I was so outspoken.
Yeah, and it's so funny how you say, like, you want to be more sensitive sometimes, because that's, like, what I admire about you. And, like, sometimes I'm just like, why can't, like, we all be more like Taylor? Because you really just go after what you want, and you just do not care about what anybody else thinks. And I think that, like, everybody in their 20s, especially now, like, this time is so confusing and so weird that people really try to rely on others, or they look for that validation in others and stuff. And you just don't.
Like,
no,
because I'm like, I would love to.
Your validation is yourself.
But
like,
like, my mom was, like, the type of person that's like, she's always going to say, oh my God, why does nobody help me clean the house? But if I tried to help clean the house, she would be fucking pissed, because nobody cleans it as good as she does. And that is how I feel, like, with so much of, like, what I do. This is stupid. Making my bed. Like, I make my bed the way I want to. Sometimes like, I'm like, fuck, why doesn't this person, like, make my bed? Like, why doesn't Farco make my bed the way that I want it to? And then I'm like, I have to think. I'm like, okay, he's making my bed. That's so sweet. I fucking hate the way he made it.
Although it pisses me off.
Do it.
But thank you.
But, like, the thought, I have to go back and be like, that was really nice that you made that. It looks fucking brutal, but
the pillows are fucking crooked.
He lays them down flat, and I'm like,
hell no, that's such a man thing.
I hate it.
And he puts the covers over them.
You guys, he lays them flat. Like, you know how you, like, prop your pillows up?
Yes.
He lays them flat, and then I'm like,
that would kill me.
I fucking hate it, and it happens all the time.
A crime.
I lift them up.
Literally jail
That's
time.
a fucking crime.
That is like a prison cell with fucking flat ass pillows on the bed.
Hell
no.
Oh
my gosh.
And I fold my thing, and he just pulls it straight. I'm like,
no.
It's like, thank
Absolutely
you
not.
for doing that, but you're like squinting your eyes.
Exactly.
I love that. But no, that goes into, so it's very, like, it seems that your identity is very driven with the way you were brought up and your family dynamic, very much so. Do you think, because I feel a lot of people in some way are impacted by social media in a way, do you think that that has any impact on the way you behave and, like, the things that you think and, like, your opinions and stuff, or social media really does not play a role in
I'm not gonna lie, I'm obviously addicted to social media. Like, I will sit on TikTok for an hour and a half, but I honestly, and I'm not just trying to say this, like, I don't think that it controls that much me. I'm not somebody to take pictures. I fucking hate taking pictures. I post maybe once a year.
Yeah, this is true.
Like, literally maybe once a year. I fucking hate posting. I want to see what everybody else is doing.
Right.
But for me, for myself, I'm always like, nobody needs to know what I'm doing. I have a big fucking mouth too. Like, I'll tell everybody what I'm doing.
But you're
I'm
more
gonna tell
in
who I want to
person.
tell. Like, I'm gonna tell who I want to tell. I'm not gonna post for fucking Sally Joe in second grade to see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like,
that is true. Like, out of all of our friends, you post like one of the least.
Yeah, I like
least amount of
never
times.
ever post. Obviously, I go on social media and I'm like, oh my God, like that skincare routine is so cool. Like, I want to try that. Or, oh my God, that outfit is so cute. Where did they get it from? I read the comments. Oh, I'm going to go order something like that. But other than that, like, it doesn't, I'm not like the type of person that's like, oh my God, I am so embarrassed of like this picture. I don't want anyone to post it. Like, I look ugly in 95% of the pictures that I post. Like, my mom's always like, honey, you look way better in person. You're not a good picture taker.
At least she's
And
honest.
I'm honest. She's honest. And I know myself. Franco, everyone has said it to me. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Honestly, it's better to be better in person.
Yeah,
than
and I'm
photos.
like,
Who cares?
I get it. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Who cares?
Like, really, I don't care what people think. Like, you can post the ugliest picture of me, and I'm like, damn.
Anyways,
All right.
Anyway, so
I'm like, that's
Moving
tragic.
on.
Yeah.
moving on.
See, I feel like sometimes I get like so caught up in social media and like it not, I don't know, like I see what other people are doing or how other people look and what other people are wearing. And I'm like, why can't I be like that? Or why can't I have that or stuff? And like just recently I had to like sit down with myself and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I would like be sitting outside and I'd be like, oh, like I need to like post this on my Instagram story. So like people know that like what I'm doing. Yeah, like I'm outside. I'm reading. Like what the like, and it like and that was just like taking over and like that's not who I am. Like I mean I obviously care what people think about me.
I don't think
but
you are like that though. I don't think that you're big on social media. Like you care much about the social media. Like presence.
See, and you might not think that, but sometimes I sit there and I'm like tailoring a fucking Instagram story because I want somebody somewhere to think like. And I really had to like slap myself on the wrist and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Because it was like consuming me almost. Yeah. And I don't know if it's just because I've been like bored lately and I feel like because I don't have a job or whatnot, like I need to make up for it somehow. Like people think I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking, but.
No, I get it. I feel, especially if you have if social media is taking up a big majority of your day in, day out, that's where it can get kind of like toxic. Because I'm very much so like Taylor. Well, I like to post. I love to post. I love when I have a baddie picture. You better believe I'm going to fucking post that baddie picture, you know? But for me, I like to look at what people are doing. And I'm never the person to be like, oh, well, she looks so good. Like, why can't I look like that? Or fuck this bitch because she's so skinny and blah, blah. I'm like, damn, girl, like, go off. Like, you look good. For me, it's never, like, I've never been in a toxic place with social media yet, but I feel like if I were to be on it excessively, that's where it can shift a little bit, especially if like you're not doing anything and you're seeing people like fucking Australia, you know, traveling, doing this, doing that, like like perfect bodies and all that stuff. Like that's when I can see it being like that. But I think I have like a healthy relationship with social media where it's not like consuming my everyday, that it's okay right now.
Yeah, and I think that leads into like your self-identity. I feel like you guys just know, not saying I don't, but like you guys know yourself so well. And especially I feel like even you, like you're not afraid to speak your mind. Like she's obviously 10 times more. Like, it's amazing. But I feel like you too, like
if I have to, I will, but I won't be if I have to, I will. That's what I'm gonna say. I won't go out of my way to.
I get that.
Yeah.
I just like barely, like, I don't know. Like if I like for your position at a job, like if it wasn't something that I liked, I'd be like, okay, great, this is like perfect, this is exactly what I wanted. You're like, thank you.
You're like, thank you.
I'm like, actually this fucking territory sucks. I need to switch. And they're like, no, you just came in this role. I'm like, no, I need to switch. I literally said what I want. PowerPoint presentation on like a business proposition of like why I should switch. And I never heard back, and so I went above his head, and I was like, Actually,
This is interesting.
Okay, but
shout out my boss, though.
good
He's
for
literally-
you,
My
though.
boss is literally the best person in the entire world. So I went over his head, and then I told him, like, I know your ass is mad at me for going over your head. But,
Yeah.
hey, listen.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
weren't going to
he-
do nothing.
yeah.
He's like, I was going to do something. I'm like, too late.
Yeah. It's
It's
already
already
done.
I did it for myself.
Yeah.
That shit done.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that, because we're all very different, I would say. Like, we all get along, obviously, but we're all very different at our core. But I don't think, like, you can change that. Like, you can definitely grow your confidence, but I don't
Right.
think you will ever be Taylor. Like, I'm not,
Oh,
not saying that in a
no.
negative way, but you will never be Taylor. I will never be
100%.
you. I'll never be
Right.
Taylor. But it's
Yeah.
like, I feel like there's ways you can work on that. That was one of the questions that we actually
And I
had
think,
was like,
yeah.
do you think that as you've gotten older, like it's developed more and more, or would you say you've always been like as confident as you are now? Do you think it's something you have to work on?
I think I've always honestly been very confident. Like, I would say, like, overly confident. Like, I am the type of person that's like, they're like, oh, stupidest things. Like, do we go left up here or right? And, like, I'm so fucking confident that we go left. And we go left, and they're like, where is it? And I'm like, oh, it's coming up. It is coming up.
circle
You
around.
just, yeah. And then
We're just
they
taking a
look, and they're
detour.
like, dude, we were supposed to take a right, like, fucking 3 miles around. I'm like, but I was confident. Like, I was fucking confident. Like, I'll be like to my mom, I'm like, it's not going to rain tonight. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, positive. It is not going to rain tonight. Well, fucking
Things
rain.
completely out of your control.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I am just like, and I'm like, really, why was I acting like that? Like, why was I
Why?
so, I'll be like, there's parking up here if you just go up here, and I'm like, there usually is. So, like, and I'll,
Okay.
like, convince the sales aspect of me, I will convince other people.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
No,
like,
trust me.
Trust me, like,
You
I
need
know.
this. This
Like,
is going to
yeah,
be
yeah,
the
like,
best thing for
I
you.
know, like, when I was telling you, like, the hair thing is great.
Yeah.
Franco hated it.
Yeah.
But, hey,
But
I know it's
you
gonna
need to
work.
try this.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
that I think I've always been confident. Spinning off a little bit is like, I think being in a relationship, like you said, nobody's ever going to be somebody else. I think that if you know that you're in a toxic relationship, or it doesn't even need to be toxic. Like, literally, I don't say that I've ever been in a toxic relationship.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
never in my life.
Yeah.
I have never been in a toxic relationship. Like, all my past boyfriends, the relationship has been very good.
Yeah.
Healthy, whatever you want
Right,
to call
right.
it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't right, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, like, although it wasn't toxic, I was not the same person, but I was, like, hiding it. So, for example, like, an ex that I had, like, a long time ago, I would, like, not go out, and I would, like, not want to drink, and it wasn't him. He never fucking said a word. Like, he would never tell me, like, oh my God, don't drink.
Yeah.
He'd probably be like, bitch, fucking
Let's
drink.
go!
Like, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Or, like, don't go out. Like, he went out all the time. He, like, never
Yeah.
once said to me, like, oh my God, you shouldn't be going out, blah, 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 blah. But, like, I took on that role myself, where I was like, I am in this long-term relationship. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be blah, blah, blah. Like, and then I was like, not hanging out with my friends as much. And not because, again, he wasn't telling me not to do that,
Yeah.
but I was just, like, taking on that as myself. And it was, like, so not naturally me. Like,
You started to
so,
lose
like, an
yourself.
outgoing person. As, like, when we broke up, I was like, he never held me back from anything. But why the fuck was I not drinking? Like, I fucking love a little drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I love to go out every once in a while, but, like, I wasn't doing that. I don't know why. So I think, like, also just surrounding yourself with people that, like,
You feel comfortable.
you feel comfortable with,
Yeah.
and just, like, that
Just
will,
encourage
like,
you to
ground
be-
you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a girl that I know that I had known then and now, and she's like, dude, like, I always thought to myself, like, why aren't you drinking? Like, let's go do this. And she's like, and, like, I knew that, like, something was just, like, off.
Right.
And
But
I
do you
still
feel like
don't know
that
what
was
it
throughout the whole relationship or towards the end of it, though?
Honestly, throughout most of the relationship.
Really?
And I don't know if it was because he was such an outgoing person, like, I'm such an outgoing person, he was such an outgoing person, that he was, like, he was going out all the time with his friends, he was in a fraternity, like, doing that kind of stuff, and I was like, okay, that's his, like, we can't both be going out. I don't know if
Right.
you know, I was like, he's going to go out. He's going to do that with his friends. Like, I'm going to stay back. He can come back whenever he's done, blah, 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 blah. I honestly couldn't tell you.
But I feel like in your current relationship, not that like, like Franco still goes out and still does things too. So it could just be the wrong person. And
but
you
Franco's
just
not.
I mean, he's not out.
Like
he's not as outgoing as
No.
your ex was.
Yeah.
But I feel like he still goes out. Like, and you go out with him. Maybe
you
are
guys
now
just
like around
compliment.
your friends more.
I think it's more of like a compliment.
Like,
thing,
yeah,
whereas,
how
like,
you were saying. It's more complimenting.
Franco's not like super shy, but he's more on the introverted side.
Right.
Okay,
so
I
you
get
can
that.
shine.
And I'm more on the extroverted side.
And
I think if you're both extroverts, like, one person's
lot.
got to give, and I fucking gave last time. And hey,
Right.
listen,
See,
I
that
don't want to
makes
give.
sense though.
Like,
It
I don't
does.
want to give. Like, I want to be my fucking self. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
100%.
I didn't even notice that about you, and I lived with you for like 2 years.
When we lived with you,
I did not really,
I could see that.
because I stayed at home with your ass most of the time, so
Yeah.
I didn't really notice, I guess.
Yeah.
like I never
Because
drank.
like you compared to now,
yeah.
it is very different. And again, not in like necessarily a bad way, but you've just kind of like leaned more into
I
your
also
true
have been like
self.
closer with my friends. I
Yeah.
remember I know you will know this. I was so much more like anxious and always
Yeah.
I was like a effing freak about school. Like I would literally cry. I would be so worked up about like the littlest things. Whereas like I'm so not like that anymore. Because
Yeah.
I feel like I could just like vent and be like, holy shit, like you won't believe what happened kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess. Because, I guess if there's two really big personalities, it's almost like you don't want to seem like you're competing with like your significant other to
Yeah.
be like, I don't know. That's interesting.
But that does go with the you need to surround yourself with
The people that like bring out the best in you, right?
Yeah. Because you
Right.
can't be your true self unless you feel comfortable or
Right.
like I said, those people around you are
Exactly. And like I said, I was never in a bad relationship either.
Right,
It's not
right.
like, you know, I hear these stories where people are like, oh, I was in this toxic relationship and I lost myself. I'm like,
yeah.
it was not it. I've never been in a toxic like I
Yeah.
mean, fuck, I don't think I was. Like maybe they
No.
have different opinions on it, but for me, like
Yeah, I don't
they were
think
living
so.
their best fucking life,
Yeah.
okay? Like I am the type of person still to this day, and I don't know, I think it's a confidence thing where it's like no matter who I am in a relationship with, do whatever the fuck you want. Like because I personally
That's how
think
both of you
yes,
are and
Julia's
I
like that too.
love that.
I personally just think like I don't want to change anybody.
No,
anyone.
that's not my job.
That is
It's
not my
not.
job. We are supposed to have our own separate lives, and we are supposed to like be able to come together and compromise and like complement each other. But I will never, ever, ever tell you you can't do that.
Oh, I could
or
never imagine
you
like
shouldn't
saying
do
like
this or
Right.
like why are you doing that? Because I just that.
if they said that to me, I'd fucking freak out.
But I think
So
that
I don't want to
Don't
put
tell
them in
me
that.
what to wear.
Yeah,
I will
don't.
wear whatever I want to wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not tell me, oh, I can't go out 2 nights in a row because, like, I just think that is an insecure thing on them.
I was going to say, I think that has a lot to do with you being so comfortable in your self identity and knowing who you truly are, because I think that stems from when people are like that, they're insecure.
Yeah.
Or they're showing that they're jealous because
There's
not
something
secure in
yeah.
themselves. So
Right.
they kind of like dish it out on
Right.
whoever they're around.
And I, like, truly just believe, like, one, I honestly think I wholeheartedly trust people. And
Me too.
If they are
Yeah.
going to prove me wrong, and I am not the type of person that's going to take you back. Like,
Yep.
I am, like,
Right, me- yeah.
I have
Exactly.
so much trust, but if you break my trust, like, I gave you all my trust.
That's so funny. We had a whole conversation about this. Like, I give trust as opposed to like you need to earn my trust.
Yes,
like, no,
I'm
I give you my
opposite.
trust.
I
Like,
Yeah.
give you my trust,
Yeah.
but you're going to break it. And
like we're done.
it's
we're
done.
done.
Yeah, we're done.
And I'm not
Right.
the type of person that's going to give
Right.
you 17,000 chances. Like, I'm not
Like,
that
no.
relationship that's going to go on 15 breaks.
Yeah.
Right.
And, oh, now we're back together. Like, absolutely not.
Because you
Right.
know what you're worth.
do
You know what
right.
you
you
deserve.
need to do. And if you do something to compromise our relationship, that's on you.
Right.
And that's such a good mindset to have, though.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, especially in like the dating world today, do not have that mindset.
I know
Right.
Julia's the same way as me, but do you ever get into the issue where you come off as like you don't care? But I do care. I deeply care.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. It might look like I don't care because I'm like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Like, you do whatever you want.
Right.
But I think too, because like the people you've been in relationships with, like, I feel like you are their first like legit person who is like completely secure. So they're not used to that.
I agree.
Right.
I think that's
Like,
a big issue. It's like, I would say, I don't know, would you say that majority of people our age or that we know aren't as lenient, I guess, as like...
No, like, because Dylan is obviously, as you guys know, my only boyfriend, but I hear through all of our friends, like, what they've been through, and I could just never imagine, because we are so secure, to answer your question, I've never gotten the vibe, like, he's never told me that I don't care. When me and Dylan went on that break, I was not getting that from him, and I was like, we need to like take a break because like you're obviously not in this relationship and I'm turning into somebody I don't like. So I took a step back because I'm like, if you don't fucking care, then why am I crying in the shower over like, if you don't give a fuck, like, bye. That's essentially what it was. And it really helped us. But I've never been in a position where where he says that I don't really care. It was the other way around. But no, to answer your second question, the things that some of these couples fight about, like,
It's crazy.
who are you following on social? I don't give
crazy.
a fuck. I
You've
am
never
following
looked.
on
Like,
social media.
crazy.
I could care less. Like, is that really an issue?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Or, oh, you like this person picture.
Like,
Me too.
she looks good. He looks good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
like,
I liked it too.
what
I
the
thought she
actual-
looked good as hell. Or I thought he
Yeah.
looked good as hell.
right. Like, literally, the things that we fight about is the fucking dishwasher. Actually, we figured that out. I've now
I'm
load
so
the dishwasher
happy for you.
the right way. This is our, I don't sweep the correct way and I don't load the dishwasher the correct way. That's our fucking fights. I'm like, you couldn't catch me giving a fuck about what he's doing with his friends. I don't care. Just text me when you, actually, no, we live together. So at this point when he's out, I don't text him till he gets home. Like, bye, have a good night, be safe, be smart.
Yeah.
And you're home. How was your night? We go to bed. Like, I
agree.
I'm not going to be texting you while you're out. Like, I don't care.
But
you know?
going off of that, like, why do you think people now, and it's not just I was going to say girls at first, but it's not just girls. Some of these fucking guys are crazy.
I honestly
why
don't
do
know.
you think that there's so many insecurities and like
Social media.
coming from?
You think
so
it's
what do
social
you
media?
think that people can do then? Like what? Like what? How does this stop?
Relax.
Like
You
Well,
need the
I
mic.
think there are so many more toxic couples than there are healthy couples.
okay.
So many more couples that are like, you can't wear this. You can't go out with these people. You can't go out
can't
with
do
your
that.
work friends. You can't, obviously you want to hang out with your significant other. And most of the time you do, right?
Yeah.
But like there are some times where like on Friday and Saturday, you were fucking booked.
Right.
And I know people that are like, oh my, you literally hung out with your friends on Friday and now it's Saturday and you can't hang out with me. Like,
No.
I will
can't.
see you. Like, I will.
Sorry.
Like, listen, like, I will see you. Trust me. Like,
Yeah.
it is not the last time I'm ever going to see you. Like, you do your, it's when they don't have their own, this is what it is. Okay, now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. And I've thought about this before. These toxic relationships stem from individuals not having their own hobbies or not having their own friends.
I think
and
so.
being too reliant, right? The other person is always like, they're only going to get upset if they can't be happy doing something either by themselves or with their friends. You know what I mean? Like, so like they want to go out with their friends and it's just the guys or just the girls. Cool, they should be totally fine because they should be able to do something that they
what I was telling
enjoy
you. Red
or
flag.
hang out with one of their friends. If they're sitting at home and you're going out with all your friends, obviously they're going to be like, oh, what the fuck?
They're gonna be bitter
Like,
about
Yeah.
it.
like that, but that's their problem. To be
Yeah.
honest,
That's
like,
what-
I'm really
yeah.
That's so
sorry.
true.
Like, find a hobby,
Right.
find friends, like be comfortable in being alone,
Yeah.
or be like confident and like
Be confident in having your own life.
your own
Yeah.
life.
Like
right.
we are two separate people that
Right.
come together. Like we are not two halves of a whole. Like
Yeah.
we are two separate pieces. And I think that's what's really, I agree with you. I think, especially me and Amory were talking about this in one of our last, earlier episodes, was a big red flag is like when you're starting to date around is if they don't have a friend. Like if they don't have like an actual friend, like a long-term friend, that's a fucking red flag because you know damn well then and there that you're going to be their sole entertainment. Like,
See that when you say it that way, that makes sense.
like they are going to be relying solely on you to entertain them
Yeah.
24/7. Like sorry, I have a life.
Yeah.
I literally have a life.
Right. And I think that's where it comes from. And the whole social media of just being insecure because there's always going to be somebody prettier, better.
Oh my God,
you.
yes.
Always. Like,
Yeah.
you can be confident in yourself 100%, but at the end of the day, there's going to be somebody better than you, and that's okay, you know? And there's somebody better than them. But it's like, you just have to be comfortable. You have to find somebody who's, number one, comfortable with themselves, and number two, who has their own life.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's what it is.
I literally think the reason why
Yeah.
there's so many of these toxic relationships is people do not have their own life and do not have their own enjoyments, whether it be like friends, hobbies.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to have
whatever it
fucking,
may
like, shit ton of friends. Like, have a
Yeah.
hobby. Yeah,
be. Have
like,
a hobby. Like, do something that's going
Something.
to occupy your time instead of just like waiting for the other person. Like, God, that is, I can't even imagine.
no.
But then,
Yeah.
so, yes, no, I see that because I completely agree because if people aren't comfortable with themselves, it makes so much sense that then that's when they're going to be sitting at home dwelling on that. But now, just like tying it back to that self-identity, the reason why we even started talking today, what if somebody doesn't know how to get there? Like how, like, I know it kind of came naturally to you two, but...
I'm sorry. I don't
has there
think I
ever
have
been
time
any
to, like,
steps?
teach somebody. Oh, like
No,
you're saying
like
for myself?
steps,
oh,
yeah.
I thought you were talking about for the other person. Like,
No, not you like
steps of, like-
sitting down. Like I'm just saying, like advice, like for you to keep up.
Oh, like if
this
you're
like
trying to.
spirit of being just like
Oh.
completely okay with yourself and not worrying about what your partner's
Oh,
doing
yeah.
or what your friends are doing. Like how do people even start doing that?
I think you have to go out of your comfort zone. I saw a TikTok yesterday of a girl who's like, or she runs by herself, and she's like, dude, I saw this weird thing. It was like, every single person wears black to this running group. Did you guys see this TikTok?
No.
She's like, and every taken person wears colors, and like, there's hundreds. It's in New York. She's like, I've never gone to anything like this, but like, I just have to. Like, I feel like I've seen good things about it. She goes to it. There's like so many people. They end up going to happy hour afterwards. Like,
That's so fun.
she would have never met those people. Like, awkward as fuck. Myself, being an outgoing ass person, I would feel so awkward going to a running club and not knowing anyone. And
Yeah.
just showing up and being like,
Hey, like
But you do
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to
yeah.
run. But, like, once you do it and break that barrier, it's like, wait.
Okay, this is
not
not that
that bad.
bad.
Yeah.
No, this is not too bad. I also am even though I am very extroverted, I'm very comfortable with being alone. Like, there's nothing I love more than, like, laying in bed with a glass of wine, and fucking skincare,
Yeah.
and, like, watching The Sopranos or reading a book, and, like, nobody's near me. Nobody's fucking touching me. Like, I am just by myself. Like, I'm so content. Going to bed at 8 p.m., like,
Living the dream.
nothing sounds better.
For me, I think it's just I grew up very similar to how like Taylor grew up. It was just me and my mom. And like I had to provide entertainment for myself because I was an only child up until I was 18. So I mean, I had to just like learn how to entertain myself and like find things for me to do that I enjoy doing. So time goes by because it'd be very quiet with just us two sometimes, and that was fine. But it's like you can't rely on somebody else to always entertain you. So
Yeah.
do things you like. Find whatever that may be, you know.
Cleaning's
I love
I
cleaning.
love cleaning.
Yeah.
Like when I'm super bored, especially at night, like something about cleaning at nighttime, it just hits different.
Dude, the other like 2 weeks ago, I was telling Julia, I literally like was on my hands and knees scrubbing my baseboards
yes.
with a toothbrush. I was like, this is amazing.
Like listening to like old Taylor Swift, like
it was just,
I'm
it
like,
was the
this
best
is
thing.
like so fun. Like I'm so satisfied by doing
Yeah.
something like that.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
literally the
Find
simplest
find the
thing.
things that
If
make
you're
you
gonna
happy.
sit and you're gonna be on your phone, like obviously you're gonna be bored.
Yeah.
Get up.
Do something.
Yeah. But I do agree with how you both said, like, to really find your self-identity and stuff, you have to be comfortable with being alone. And I think that's why it took me like so long, because you guys know my family. My parents, they're amazing. They were so great, but they like kind of babied me and my brother until, I mean, they still kind of do.
Yeah.
Until like I moved out or went to college, I didn't really know like who I was. I didn't have to like do anything for myself, because as nice as it is, they always like gave me whatever I wanted, or they kind of helped me through it. But that also, like, as amazing as that was, it kind of hindered a lot of like my personal growth, because like you have been doing things for yourself, or you've seen your independent mom do things, both of you, your whole life. And you, like you said, like your mom has told you that no one's going to do things for you.
That's how my mom
and like
is
that's not
too.
how my parents were. They were like, oh,
We'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Don't you gotta work.
My mom said, you want that, you better work for it. I
Yeah,
said,
me too. I'm like, I got a worker's
Exactly,
permit at
though.
15. I'm like, let me work
Yeah.
a cab.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we worked
Yeah.
together. As soon as we turned 15, and I was like, all right, so where am I driving you to work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like damn, okay. My mom's like looking up the pace bus schedule for me. She's like, I'm working, but the pace bus comes and pick you up.
Literally, she's like, you have your bike. You can, like, for cheer camp.
She
I
made
would ride
Natalie
my
take
bike.
the pace
Oh
bus,
my
legit,
gosh.
guys, one time. And then she gets on the bus. Oh, my God. She gets on the bus, and she walks all the way down Knollwood to the pace bus on Knollwood and Golf. And she has to go to Lifetime to work. This was in high school. And we shared one car, and I was...
so fucking funny.
I don't know, fucking... Whatever. My sister takes a pace bus. She said that every single person on there, obviously nothing against it. This is not the city, though. Like, it's not normal to take a pace bus. Every single person on there was 80 or paralyzed. And they were lifted, and every time they had to lift down, you know, and then lift back.
And then there's 18 or
Back
17-year-old Natalie, however the fucking old she was.
She was literally, she's like 16 years old. She comes home bawling her eyes out. It took her 2 hours to get to work with it.
It's literally, a 7-minute drive.
7-minute drive.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And like,
I haven't
we
had
still
to do
bring
that.
that up to my mom. My mom like fucking dies laughing. Like,
But see, that really does
That
something
builds
to a
character.
person. Like, it really
Builds having a
it
fucking
does.
bike in 90-degree weather to cheer camp. I'm like, God damn it.
No wonder you guys are so strong and independent.
yeah.
That shit sucks.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
That's so funny though.
I missed the bus. I'm like, fuck, I gotta
Yeah,
rollerblade
now
to school.
what?
I put my gym shoes in the backpack. I'm rollerblading.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
No. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about that. I guess, yeah. Yeah, we grew up very differently. But still, we all turned out.
And my mom
pretty
gave me
Yeah.
my mom gave, I never had to want anything.
Yeah.
Like, if I wanted fucking Uggs or blah, 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 like my mom got it for me. I got the new phone and I got everything
right.
I
It
ever
would be for a
wanted.
special occasion. I wouldn't just be handed.
But yeah,
But
but
it'd be like-
but I helped out a lot.
Yeah, see, I
with-
never
with
Yeah.
like regular, I never fucking cooked, but like regular, just like, I don't even want to say chores, because like they weren't necessarily chores, and my mom didn't honestly make me. I like took it upon myself, being like, my mom works so hard. Like,
Right, you see,
I
like,
need
you're
to,
a single
I
mother.
need to do the dishes because
Right.
she's been outside in 100-degree heat for
Right.
10
Yeah.
hours today. Like, she's not gonna want to do the dishes, and when she gets home, I'm gonna do the dishes. So
Right.
I like took it upon myself.
Yeah.
No, I would agree. I was a brat at the beginning, like when I was like my rebellious teen era, like between like 7th to like freshman year. I was such a bitch. But after that,
we
like,
all?
yeah. After that, I really like respected my mom because she came here as an immigrant, 20 years old, like learned a whole new language, started a whole new life, and like she's doing just fine now, you know. And I'm like, I very much admire like her journey and stuff, and she's very independent too. And I'm just like, I can't rely on anybody. Like, I'm my own person. Like, I have
Yeah.
to take care of myself because at the end of the day, like, I have my own back, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So yeah, I didn't really think about that in that way, like how that would like. But I guess that does kind of impact your identity, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, it sounds like cliche, like who I was until I went to college. And man, did I make a lot of mistakes when I went to college.
Yeah.
Damn, they never taught me this one.
I was let off like the leash and guns a blazing. I just was like, woo, and just trying to like figure out who I was without all of those like factors and without people trying to like guide me. And again, I'm not saying anything bad about my parents, but I feel like when I was living with them and they just were they had their way
The
of seeing
best way and
things.
intentions for you guys.
Exactly.
Right, and if
And-
you were gonna like do anything, they'd be there to clean up the mess right away.
Exactly. So when I moved out, I really had to figure out how to be my own person and do things on my own. And so I think that really stuck with me when you said that impacts your self-identity. It's just like being okay to be alone or finding your own hobbies. I think that's so true.
Yeah.
So to wrap up the self-identity segment, Taylor, what advice can you give people in their 20s now that are kind of struggling with finding their self-identity based on the conversation we just had?
I think don't be afraid to speak your mind. Like, I know that I'm very outspoken, but like my sister, she thinks the same fucking way that I do. I look at her and she's like, I would never say that. I'm like, but you were fucking thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I know you were. And she's like, I was. I'm like, exactly. So like, just speak it. There are always going to be people that don't agree with you, but you kind of just have to not care about how like hurting
Other people's feelings.
Yeah, but like you do want to care about hurting other people's feelings.
The right people. The people that
But
you
the
care
right
about.
people, well,
Yeah.
exactly.
If you're never going to meet this person again, I don't give a fuck.
Well, and I just don't care what other people think about me.
Yeah.
Like, you think that I am ugly or whatever, have
Ugly
bad
as fuck.
fucking big fucking nose. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I do have a big fucking nose. Like, okay, like I know that about myself. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, you like, oh, I've had people like, you're gonna wear that out. Like, you're gonna wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I'm like, yeah, because I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I am comfortable myself. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't care. So like, really just not caring as much as what other people say. And then another thing, big thing in your 20s is make those connections, go outside of your comfort zone, because like it really is honestly all about who you know. It's not about what you know. Like it is
Thank you.
all
100%.
about who you
A
know.
fucking unfortunate.
It is
So
unfortunate as
unfortunate.
fuck. Like you
Yeah.
can know nothing, but you can learn anything. That's what I say. Like a lot of these
yeah.
jobs, what pisses me the fuck off is like, oh, you need 3 to 5 years. Like, no, you don't.
No.
Because anybody could fucking learn that.
Do this job.
And I guarantee you'll hire someone if they know someone at
Right.
your company.
Yep.
It is all about who you know. So like build those connections. Like, I don't know, like just talk to anybody. I fucking will literally talk to anybody. I talked to somebody last week in Elmhurst who was like a psychologist, and her son is a real estate broker, and she's like telling me all these things, and I was like, wow, like if I needed like, let's just say like advice, I'm like, I now have a connection.
Yeah,
Like
right.
I now know her. Like, just make connections, talk to people,
Yeah.
get outside of your comfort zone, and like don't be afraid of don't be afraid of rejection.
Right.
Love that.
Thank
That's
you.
so important.
That is very important. It's very hard, but it's very important because at the end of the day, like it's nice to meet new people, I think.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
you're in charge of your own life. If you want
Yeah.
something, go find it.
Right.
Go get
Right.
it. Go
Right.
learn it.
Right.
Go
Like,
talk
nobody
to somebody
else
who
is
knows
gonna
it.
do it for
Yeah.
you.
Right, right. Period.
Period.
Okay, so the next segment, I'm so excited. It's going to be, you guys need to start asking us questions. So just ask us on the back burner. Email is still there for you guys to ask questions, but boozy banter. So this is a fun way to wrap up the episode. Just
Our
anything
guest
and
might be feeling good. Yeah,
depending.
those two are alcoholic. Mine's not alcoholic. I'm still feeling high on this conversation.
Thank you. I love that, Anne-Marie.
I did like literally chug mine. So
But no, anything you guys want to bring up, any tea, any drama, anything.
I'm actually gonna have the lemon.
Here we go. You
Okay.
can see this in
is-
action.
Just eats. That's disgusting.
It was nice and thinly sliced too. Not too much chewing there.
A good bite-sized snack there for you. I don't have anything right now that I want to discuss, really.
I do.
Do you guys?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I don't want to say any names because like some people may be like famous or whatever, but
Ooh. We've never had a famous talk on here before.
so I work with a girl. She's beautiful, and she's not from here. She moved here and she lives in Chicago. And there is an ex-bachelor.
Wait, do you know this bachelor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everyone does. But recently, I actually saw him like 3 weeks ago at Tex and Taco.
So
and
crazy.
all these girls are like buying him drinks because they just want to get him like to have a conversation. So they're like,
Right.
here, like, blah, 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 get a drink.
Yeah.
And anyways, this girl that I work with, she's my friend. Literally last Friday at like middle of the day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's not no booty call or nothing.
Right.
They don't follow each other.
Right.
They do not follow each other on Instagram. They don't follow each other on anything. He has millions of followers, and he DMs her, slides into her DMs, and he's like,
A dream.
literally, he's like, hey, queen, are you going to be in West Loop next weekend? Because the Randolph Fest is this weekend. And she is like, wait, what the fuck? Like, this can't be real. Like, there's no fucking way. How does he know who I am? We don't follow each other. Like, I have no social media presence. Like, maybe she has 2,500 followers or something, but nothing like fucking
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I'm looking.
so she replies, and she's like, haha, like, I mean, I could be, like, I live in the area.
Yeah.
Like, and so he's like, great. Well, anyways, they end up exchanging numbers.
Oh my gosh.
So now they have each other's phone numbers.
The way I would kill for that man's number.
Yes.
Okay.
They have each other's phone numbers, and they're like, okay, we're going to meet, and we're going to go out, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, holy shit. I told her.
I just want to know, like, how did he know she exists? Like, what? How did that happen?
Location, right?
Well, yeah. So I was saying, so we thought about this.
Wait,
she was saying the same
I see
thing.
Your friend?
Yeah. She was saying the same thing of, like, how the fuck does he
That's
know?
amazing. That is such like a storybook,
Like, okay.
way to meet someone. I love that.
Oh.
Like, how the fuck does he know who she is? You know what I mean? But, so if she's doing something in the city, like in Chicago, she'll tag the location. So maybe, for example, I don't fucking know, maybe they're both in West Loop, and she tags West Loop, and he tags West Loop, and then he's going to see... I don't even know. Like, I'm literally not big onto social media like that, and that's how he found her.
That's so funny, though. And you know what? That could be, like, such a good way to meet people is by looking at, like, the Instagram locations. Like,
Yeah, I
it
never
could be
thought
kind
about
of
that.
weird, though. Because, like, you just click, like,
we
Chicago
are like,
and see.
like, what the heck? Like, how did you... I will say, too, is that I told her, I'm like, listen, like, I think he's a great guy. I've never met him, but, like, he seems like a great guy.
I think he's a great
Yeah.
guy.
But honestly, I don't give a fuck if he's a great guy or not. Like, you be seen with him in fucking public one fucking time.
One snap.
One time in your social media, you can have your own social media presence and fucking have a platform.
Right.
Honest to God, like that
If
is...
she gets photographed or
that's
something.
what I'm saying. If you get photographed with him and it shows up on fucking anything,
Yeah.
Right.
okay, everyone's gonna be like,
Who
Who's
is
this
that?
girl? Who's this girl?
And they'll
Going
find
to
her.
They'll find her.
100%.
They're going to her page now. Okay, so then she can start posting. She gets this following presence.
Right.
Like, dude, that's
Makes
literally
her
how
making money.
things, that's
We need to
literally
have her
how
on the
things, yeah, like that's how fucking take off.
Hey, come sit down.
I literally told him, I'm like, dude, like, you could
That would
like,
be insane.
That'd be so fun. And so you guys are hanging out with them too?
So like he's not, which is like honestly a very good sign. He's not asking like, oh, do you want to come over? Or, like, do you want to go on a just like a us two date? It's like, hey, I'm gonna be here with my friends. Are you gonna be there with your friends?
Oh my
Like,
God, I would love to meet
let's
friends.
meet up. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. So it's not like as, secluded and intimate. It's kind of just like better for first date vibes.
Yeah.
So Franco and I are going to be at the Randolph Fest, and they're going to be there too. So I like told her, like, okay, like text me when
Oh my
you
God.
guys are there. I mean, I'm sure it'll be easy to text him because like I feel like there are so many people that will be like, oh hi, like
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So crazy.
That is amazing. I
just,
really
like,
hope
I
they
really
hit
want to
it
know.
off.
Yeah, I hope they hit it off because I really want to know how he found her. I just
Me
want
too.
like I just want to know that backstory.
It has to be the location, or maybe
But like, who does that?
She's from Michigan. She's
I
not,
don't know.
and she hasn't even lived here for a year.
I don't know.
They have no mutuals.
That's
It
incredible.
must be the location.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it
has to be.
the
Like, I
location.
literally don't understand how else. And
She's so
younger
pretty
than
though.
me.
She's so pretty.
And
I
he's
know
older.
she's gorgeous.
How old is he?
He has to be older than me.
He's older than you, but I don't know by how much.
I don't know. My guess is like 28. But I could be wrong.
Either way.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I don't think that's a
amazing.
bad.
No,
Like, age
I mean,
thing.
feel like
No.
like at this age, but it's not even like, oh, we're the same age, and like he met this person in Chicago, and we're the same age, and kind of thing. Like, no, there's a good like 5 or 6 years in between them,
Yeah.
so like it's not necessarily like that kind of thing either.
That's crazy. That's literally a dream. Like, I hope it works out for her.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Because he is so cute.
She
and
was
she's
supposed
gorgeous.
to go out of town this weekend, and
She's like,
she
"We need to
literally
switch."
had our boss, like, this is what she
For
said.
work, she was supposed to go out of town?
No, for a family thing, and she
Oh.
was supposed to go. It's like her cousin's graduating from college or something, and
I might be my future husband.
yeah,
I
and
need
she's
to be
like,
here.
"Oh my god, my mom will fucking kill me if I'm like, I'm literally, I can't go on." But she's gonna be there till Wednesday. She's like, "My mom will kill me if I say I can't go because I'm meeting this guy." So she goes to her boss, and she's like, "Okay, my boss is 28, 29. One of
my
the two.
gosh.
He's fucking young. Like he is so chill." And so we like go in his office and we close the door. She's like, "Yeah, listen, so this is what's up." And she's like, "So, you know, this guy," and he's like, "No fucking way," because he knows her, he knows his ex. He's like, "I love his ex." Like,
Wait, the guy's ex?
yeah,
He knows. Jesus Christ.
the ex is very popular.
It's very
too.
hard, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
He's like, I loved her. Like, she
like
was
he
my
met
favorite.
her? Or no, like from the season.
This
from
man,
the season.
This man is literally about to getting like married, my boss. But like,
Oh, okay,
he's
just from the-
saying,
from
like,
the show.
From the
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
like,
I
oh
keep
my
forgetting
God, I
that they're
fucking
from-
love that
yeah.
girl. Like, of course I know who he is. Like,
Yeah.
And so we're like, explain the story, and she's like, "So this is what I need you to do." She's like, "I need you to write me an email on my work email and say, hey, you know, I need you to go to this hospital for a urgent meeting. I was supposed to be there, but plans fell through, and I really need you to take my place. And I have this meeting on Friday at this time and Saturday at this time. Can you please go?" Like, pretty much like this bullshit fucking email.
Yeah.
She
Oh
sends it
my
to
gosh.
her mom, like, "Hey, like, they really need me for work to do this. Would it be okay? Would you kill me if I fucking switch my flight till Sunday?" Her mom's like, "Oh my God, honey. No, I totally get it. Like, it's
Such
really
queen behavior,
It's literally not a big deal.
Oh my gosh.
Just come Sunday morning." She switched her flight, got to Sunday morning, and our boss came in so fucking clutch. We were like,
Oh my God, this better work out.
That's incredible.
Better
Isn't
work
that
out.
crazy?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I need a boss like that.
yeah.
That is so cool.
I need an event like that to happen to one of my close friends. Start tagging your fucking location. Well, you're not. Us, we
Mom.
can't. But you.
We need Shy.
Yeah.
Shy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And with
we're
her
gonna start
travel?
this.
She probably has more of a social media presence than all of us anyways.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
This is true.
She can definitely do something with that.
Imagine
That is so crazy.
That's awesome.
Like,
Lucky
she's
her.
living the dream.
Yeah.
That's like every girl's
But
dream.
no, you have to keep us posted, even though I don't know this girl, but keep us posted.
Oh,
how
I
it
will.
goes.
That is.
It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna send Snapchats.
Yeah, be like, oh, spotted.
Yeah.
There he
Oh,
is.
I'm gonna be the one to post it. I'm
should
gonna
be like,
spotted.
he's with this
Who the
girl.
fuck is this bitch?
Yeah.
You're like, I did some deep diving. Here's her at.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think this is her. Let me know what you guys think.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
That'd be amazing.
But hey, gotta help your friends out.
Fuck yeah.
And then if she gets a good social media presence, maybe
Bring me on.
Yeah.
you could go on those.
You got to start posting more than once a
Influencer
year.
Yeah,
though.
no, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
I feel like out of everyone, like both of you would be
I'd be canceled.
amazing on. You might be canceled.
Yeah, I would definitely be canceled. For sure.
I'm not gonna argue
I take
with
that back.
Yeah, I've thought about it actually.
But I mean,
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I want to be sent on a tart trip though. That's all I gotta say. But
I know. I like how Waterboy is doing.
what is Waterboy?
Cabo.
Is that
They're
literally
going
water?
Cabo, right?
Yeah, but
No,
they're,
it's like a
for
liquid IV.
Yeah,
Ah.
but they're
not
sending
liquid IV.
their like customers on a brand trip, not influencers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like that's like, I wish like more brands would do that. That would be so cool.
That would be cool.
But maybe they will now if this one.
Alex
works
Earl should
out.
do it for Hot Mess.
Oh yeah,
People that buy her merch.
she's like literally probably the best person to do that.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's great.
She's a star.
Wait, I just saw Alex Cooper. Did you see she had?
Oh, it was so good. Did you listen
Oh,
to it?
I did not listen to it. I need to
Who?
though. I just saw
What?
like all the clips.
Oh, she had Nate
Cha-
Archibald.
Chase Crawford.
Oh, he's
He
hot.
is
Why
so
does he
fun.
look like
And
that?
he's single.
And
How old is he?
doing?
Like 40 something?
No, what is he doing? Like,
wait,
so
he
much
literally
respect.
Said what
He
how
is
old
so
he
hot.
is. Fuck, I literally
With the
don't remember.
picture of him like leaning on the.
Stop.
I said
I'm gonna throw it up.
He is
He's more attractive now than he
Oh
was in
my
the
god,
show.
yeah.
you have to listen to it. It's actually so good.
Okay, I'll
Okay,
listen
I'll
to
listen
it.
to it. I've never watched the show, but like I'm like,
And that's another podcast where I was
I've never watched One Tree Hill. No.
It's
not
Gossip
One Tree,
Girl.
it's
I
Gossip Girl.
actually hate you.
No. I'm thinking about One Tree Hill.
You're thinking about
Nathan?
Nathan, the one with the picture in the gym. I know who the fuck you know who I'm talking about. Oh my god, One
I'm
Tree
like
Hill.
so confused you just said that.
No, guys, Nate Arch. No, I don't think he's cute. Sorry, I'll take everything back. Hold on. Well, let me find who I'm talking about. Nate Archibald.
Chase Crawford.
Chase Crawford.
Don't Google Nate.
yeah,
I mean,
he's
don't
in other
Insta Nate
things.
Archibald.
No, I'm talking about James Lafferty.
James Lafferty.
James
That's
Lafferty,
not him.
obviously
He's still hot
He's
as
hot as
fuck.
fuck.
Like literally
That gym
obviously.
picture?
Chase Crawford. Look at him.
All right, I'll look him up.
I know.
And his personality made me like him so much more.
Oh my gosh. I was always a Chuck girl, and then
No.
I saw those things that
He
she
talks
was
about
posting.
Chuck though,
I
and it's
saw
so
that.
fucking funny.
I saw that little clip when they like lived together and stuff. I was like,
Actually-
Is this
oh
an
my
accurate
gosh.
picture of him now?
Actually,
Cute.
the girl that is going
No,
Wow,
I
fucking
can't.
full
I
circle.
can't.
The girl that I showed you that's going out with whoever or like going on a date with
Yeah.
has been told and I believe looks just like
Leighton Meester?
Leighton Meester.
Really? Wait, I did not.
She
I need to
looks
look
just fucking like her and she gets
She
told
kinda
that
does.
all the time.
I love Leighton. Blair, iconic. Gossip. I'm gonna have to
Iconic.
watch.
Yeah.
Gossip
Please
Girl is
don't.
another one that I have watched. I kid you not, 14 times.
Yeah, I know you.
I
have.
would watch that like in the passing periods. Our school iPads. I'd be in high school.
It's like on the fucking dashboard while you're
Yeah.
driving.
My teachers are like, "Oh, you're like really working hard back there." I'm like, "Yeah, it's Gossip Girl."
Yeah, like yeah.
Sitting in biology,
so
watching
funny.
it.
God, I loved Gossip Girl. No, I thought you guys were talking about fucking the
One
Lafferty
Tree Hill.
man.
He's hot too, but
He's hot.
Lafferty, the
Lafferty.
Laffarty man.
love Hardy.
Lafferty. Oh, Lafferty.
James Lafferty. Yeah,
But
he
no,
is hot.
Chase is cute too. He's
Yeah.
he's
Chase
cute.
is cuter.
What?
Yeah, I would have. Now that I saw the picture.
See, I don't know. I like dark, like the
I
dark
like the dark features
of.
100%, but something about Chase is like after
If you have a
watch
good
I
that,
guess. Yeah, I guess I need to
the
see
personality is just like
For me, the personality is like
the way he carries himself
Dog.
and speaks.
Oh, I'm
like,
so
oh my god,
excited.
I literally
Okay.
love him. I had such a good time getting ready for work yesterday watching.
yeah.
it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
like, had it propped up on my mirror. I'm like doing my makeup.
I love a good personality. That like makes it or breaks it
Oh,
for
100%.
so many people. Like if you're a dud, I don't care
Yeah,
how
I'm
hot you
sorry.
are.
You need to
you're
go.
a fucking. You need
You
to
need to
exit.
go.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this was a great first
I had
episode.
fun.
of
I
season
know.
two.
Season 2, we're back at it. We're
back
rolling.
at it.
What a good guest. Thank you so much
you
for
for being
coming
here.
on and being a part of our first boozy banter.
Yes.
That's I like that because it lets us just think about what's actually going on.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
In like pop culture, whatnot. Like
right.
the tea.
The tea.
Love the tea.
And also, thank you so much for sharing about yourself too.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yes, thank
and
you.
People
You-
can learn from you. Just don't give a fuck. Like at the end of the day, be who you are. Be true to yourself.
Yeah.
So hopefully you take
Period.
that away from it. So yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.